Hello guys, a quick video update about the Bitcoin and it's doing. Okay, as we talked about last week, okay, this was something which I've been looking for, a move from here, somewhere around here, up to this point of 7400 region. But by the way, right now, this area of 7250 something is acting as a resistance, and you can see that very clearly. And what is the price doing right now is it's kind of like making a triangle or something here. It's kind of like compression price action. You can see this supply compressed by this supply, and this supply head is compressed by here. And when this thing is breaking out of this flag limit over here, this thing if the here this is having a right big volume out there, and if that volume is getting taken out by the sellers, you can see this is the area of value area law of these things. But I would say this is actually it should be a clear breakout, not a fast breakout. Okay, and if that thing's happening, kind of like a breaking this thing, I will be looking for making a short position into this, and reclaiming this level and a short position, and I will be targeting this area over here, by filling all these inefficiencies. If this thing is not gonna break down, and if this thing is kind of like reclaiming the 17,200 area, like if it's kind of like breaking out to the upside and reclaiming this, and I would be looking for longing here, actually targeting this our old area which I drawn here as a 17,400 or 500 region. Then we are having some sort of liquidity level of that could be targeted as a point of a target or a resistance in order to book our profits. Okay, so that's a update about Bitcoin. And if I'm talking about the gold has been riding upside. Yeah, obviously I had a good nice screen sharing chat over the gold a few days back. In that live session I had explained that why the gold should pump in upcoming days, because I already told you guys it's a clear, big giant monthly candle, which is kind of like a big green and also a bullish engulfing sort of candle over there. And this is right now testing as a weekly order block, right? But it seems like it's kind of like more probably it's gonna break out because of this sort of pattern over here. It's kind of like double bottom over there, and also it's got into a weekly order block, right? And from that weekly order block, it got a big chunk of supports, and there you can see a bunch of lines in the chart, and that's because the gold is one of the assets which I trade most often, and that's why this ADR high ADR levels came into the play. And these levels respect is very well. Yesterday it take out this high ADR and retested that, and it went up. And this was the high ADR of that 29th, and it tested 1 2 3 third move was really gigantic. And these things, yeah, so these things already tested there. Yeah, this high ADR and low ADR is something which works in the gold pretty much well, and I have been trading for it for quite a few times, as well as, and right now it's bringing a short opportunity in the gold. And in the US 100 also, it broke the trend line, and when you scroll back down, it's kind of like a double bottom here making, sorry, double top here is making, but it's not actually a double top. Actually, we cannot confirm that. Sometimes it's kind of like come here and make a deviation and go up. It can be possible, but at least it's possible. If they have to go up, they have to first come down to here, this point of level. And if they have to come down even strongly, they should be making a big gigantic distribution here and strongly coming down. So right now I'm trading these things. I'm in a short position. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not expecting anything. So it's one of the point, or one of the things which we need to keep when while we do trade. Yes, I mean, we shouldn't have to keep any sort of expectations. Okay, expectation is what makes you sorrow, as it's kind of like a big cause. Okay, I'm not expecting anything from the market. I mean, I'm not expecting it's gonna play out in my way, but I'm just trading the my edge or the systems which I saw is playing out well in the past. That's why I picked the trade. I don't know what's gonna happen next. And also this gold is also kind of like it's losing momentum in the high, low time frame. If you're looking at these things, it's quite a nice thing to actually make a short position into this. But I'm a little bit scary right now at this moment to actually short these things. I haven't made any short on the gold, but I have made a short in the US 100, and it's kind of like, oh my god, it's pumping. Probably I'm gonna, it's gonna take out me out of the position, but I would like to stick with my plan. My plan is actually, it could be like testing these sort of resistances boxes, kind of like here, here, here. It should retest those things to actually get more short positions into the market, and then it should be rolling out to the downside. That's what I'm looking for, and I don't know if this thing's gonna play out, but I'm just holding. I would like to hold my position, right? These things in the ES. Oh my God! In when it comes to the US 500, there is something which you guys should be noticing. This thing is really really nice sort of a resistance level, but when you look, sorry, my initial chart of the US 500, this thing, yeah. This was a range over here, and it's got a range breakout. It's kind of like breakout. It's not a deviation. I wouldn't say it's a deviation because you have a nice big volume over here and a big inefficient move over there, and also the distances between the last high and this one is really huge, and there is even having a big gap between them. So that's why I cannot be like, calling this as a deviation, but this thing have got into this resistance, and that is a big resistance. And if this thing is getting any sort of resistance here, I would be looking for shorting, initiating big short position into the ES. And also, there should be some other components like the US 5, US 100 and US 30, and these indexes are moving together, and there is have a big correlation between them. And also, if you're looking at the Dixie is kind of like testing the support for a, third time or something. Yeah, the more it kind of like testing these supports and making sort of a bullish divergence is good, and if it's not making any sort of a bullish divergence or it's slowing down the momentum, that's also a good thing for the ES. Sorry, the Dixie. And if the Dixie is kind of like printing this sort of a resistance over here, sorry, support over here, and the Euro USD, it's kind of like aiming to this point right now. And if the Dixie is, pumping from here there, the point where I spotted as a support zone, and if that pumping from there, it's gonna be, the euro dollar is gonna be coming down from here. And yeah, it's all about the assets that I personally do look for the trading. There is in any other asset classes which I would like to trade right now at the moment. US 100, yeah, still over the downside rallying. That's really satisfying thing when it comes to the US 100, and yeah, that move just got to retrace it back. Oh, that's a good thing. uh of course, I'm in a short position over this thing. Really happy to see this thing. Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't say like I'm really happy right now at this moment. It's something which I cannot be saying, because this thing, the trading is a business which we should be dealing these things without any sort of emotions in our mind. But we are humans. There should be emotions. We cannot play these things without any emotions. Okay, so when things is coming into our favor, we would be really happy to see that. At least, I'm saying these things very honestly. I want to say this. I'm a robotic person, like, who that doesn't have any emotions or something. I don't know. Yeah. Is there any other assets? The XAG, silver. It was also kind of like pumping. Silver from the Honor exchange. Silver USDT. It's also coming down. All the assets are right now. Oh my god. Been looking for this thing, either a breakdown and testing this, or kind of like a support or moving up. The latter is what happened. It took the support from there and moved up. So right now, this took this liquidity there. It has been resting over there, and right now I'm looking for even higher in this XAG case. This thing. after kind of like a little bit of trust support, retest over there, and moving back about again. Oh, your handbrake is crossing this point where I said it's a TP or so. I need to manage my trade, and goodbye, guys.